Hello everyone, my name is Guy Kerr and I'm the author of Where Does the Queen Go on Holiday?, which I shall now read to you. Amy Johnson was a very happy girl. She had a big family who gave her lots of presents, and she went to more parties than her parents. She had 47 fluffy animals on her bed. "Surely you don't need them all. There's no room for you in the bed anymore," said her father, who occasionally thought about secretly sending one or two to the zoo. "But Dad, I know all their names. There's Squeaky, Squeaky's brother, Bar, Lottie." Okay, said her father. "If you promise to make your bed every morning, you can keep them. Otherwise, you'll have to give some away." "They're my friends," replied Amy. "You can't give friends away." At school, Amy was very popular. The boys liked her because she was a good goalkeeper, and the girls liked her because she told funny stories. Most of the time, Amy wore jeans and t-shirts, but parties were different. She liked to wear long dresses for parties. The prettier, the better. "Like a little princess," said her mother. "Only real princesses wouldn't eat quite so much ice cream." "I'd prefer to be the Queen," said Amy. "Then I'd eat what I like and chop off your head if you tried to stop me." "It's time to tighten our belts," her father announced at dinner. "What does that mean?" asked Amy. She did not like the sound of it one little bit. "That means enjoying the things we already have, instead of always wanting something new," said her father. "But I like new things," Amy replied, rather crossly. "Sometimes we have to make do with a little less, Amy," said her father. "Instead of flying abroad this year, I thought we'd go on holiday in Norfolk." "Norfolk? Where's Norfolk? Is it sunny in Norfolk, Dad?" said Amy. "Not as sunny as Spain, Amy, but it's very nice. It's in England. The Queen has a house there." "That's not fair, Dad. The Queen can go wherever she likes. When the Queen goes to America, she goes on the scariest rides in Disneyland." "Are you sure, Amy?" "It's true that she loves going to America, but she has to work hard when she gets there. Once she had to make a speech, but the only part of her anyone could see was her hat." "Is the Queen very short?" asked Amy. "And why wasn't she wearing her crown?" "Well, she's not very tall," answered Dad, "though to be honest, I've never seen her apart from on TV. The crown is very heavy. She'd get a very stiff neck if she wore it everywhere. Most of the time she wears hats. She has hundreds of them, and even more dresses than you, Amy." "Well, she must be famous if she goes on TV," said Amy. "Is she the Queen of the entire world?" "No," laughed Dad. "Quite a few countries, though. She is Queen of Australia." "When the Queen goes on holiday in Australia, she swims with the dolphins. I would like to swim with the dolphins," said Amy. "Dolphins? Just because her son Charles is the Prince of Wales doesn't mean she went swimming with dolphins." As a young woman, she did meet some very handsome seamen in Australia, but she only had eyes for her sailor prince, Prince Philip. "I think being Queen sounds boring," said Amy. "Fancy going to Australia and not going to the beach. It would be like going to India and not riding an elephant or seeing a tiger." "Funny you should say that," said Dad. "She did ride on an elephant when she went to India, so it's not all boring, and she gets lots of presents to take home, but she always writes thank you letters, Amy." "What kind of presents does she get?" asked Amy. "Has she got lots of fluffy toys?" "She does have some," said her dad. "When she was a little girl, she used to drop them from the staircase in her house onto the heads of visitors. But these days she gets given real animals. She was given a baby crocodile to take home for her children, and once came home from Canada with 2 black beavers. And did you know, Amy, the hats worn by her guards at Buckingham Palace are made from bearskins that come from Canadian black bears?" "Well, that's not very nice," said Amy. "If I was a bear and the Queen came to Canada, I'd chase her into the forest." "Oh dear, how terrifying," said Dad. "Good," replied Amy. "She should tell her soldiers to wear different hats." Maybe a cruise on a ship would be nice instead, Dad, said Amy. It would certainly be different, replied Dad. I like being different, said Amy. Same is boring. Does the Queen go on cruises? She used to have her own ship called Britannia, which she sailed around the world, replied Dad. Lucky Queen. Did she ever get attacked by pirates in the Caribbean? Asked Amy. The Royal Navy is pretty good at dealing with pirates, answered Dad. The Queen does take a sword with her to the Caribbean, but she uses it for knighting people who have done a good job. Does everyone get knighted if they do a good job, Dad? Will you get knighted? I doubt it, laughed Dad. The way things are going, I'll be lucky to hang on to my job. What about her best friends? Will they get knighted? Asked Amy. I'm not so sure about that. They'd still have to have done something good. Well, who is her best friend? Asked Amy. Mine is Beatrice Cook. Yes, Beatrice is very sweet. I'm not sure who the Queen's best friend is, but everyone says she is especially fond of Nelson Mandela. I know who he is. We studied him in Black History Week at school, said Amy. He spent 27 years in prison. Even after all that time, he still forgave the people who locked him up. He's like a king in his country, said her father. They call South Africa the Rainbow Nation because people of all colours live there. A bit like here, really. It's a shame we can't go to Africa, Dad. Why can't we do something fun? What about a safari? Can we? The Queen must have gone on safari. She did go on safari in Kenya, said Dad. She had a wonderful time. In those days she was a princess, Princess Elizabeth. When she came home to London, she was crowned Queen. But, said Dad, after all those travels, the Queen likes nothing more than to gather her dogs and her family around her and go on holiday in Scotland or England. And that's where we're off to. OK, Dad, can we go on a picnic like the Queen? Of course we can, darling. Just like the Queen. God save the Queen.